I legit cannot believe it's been this long since I done made a video. Well, this fight got me hyped up this weekend. And I'm gonna try not to go on a little tangent about it and go too deep into it. So I'm gonna just give like my basic breakdown and analysis. Um, this is a 50-50 fight. You can have your favorite. There's nothing wrong with it. I've been said these two are my favorite heavyweights. Period. Like, period. These two are my favorite heavyweights. And it's true. They are my favorite heavyweights. They will continue to be my favorite heavyweights after this fight. Now, the way this fight goes, because we already know what Fury can do. Fury is, I've said it before, he's the best pure boxer in the heavyweight division. Bar none. He's the best pure boxer in the heavyweight division. Some will argue Ortiz. I say Fury. This fight is going to come down to how much Fury weighs in at. And to me, that would determine Fury's game plan. I say that by saying this. Fury plays a lot of mind games. He played them with Klitschko. He played, you name him, Fury's going to play mind games. You know, that's just who he is. Don't pay attention to all the shit Fury says, this, that, and the third. He wants you to think he's a little nuts. Even him jogging down to the ring and his ring entrances and shit. All that is a fucking mind game to take you off of your game. Deontay Wilder's a headstrong motherfucker. Like, that shit's not gonna affect him. These two have met before. They're familiar with each other. Now, I do agree with like Teddy Atlas and a couple other people. Wilder had more room to improve from that last fight, which I scored the last fight a draw. Wilder has more room to improve from that last fight than Fury does. Now, Fury can come with a new game plan, but if that game plan doesn't work, he's going to revert back to what he knows, which was in that first fight. He's going to revert back to that. I don't care who you are. You're going to revert back to what you know. Now, here's the thing. I say if Fury comes in around the high 240s, 255, somewhere around that, though that I'm knocking him out in 2 rounds shit out the window is not going to happen. He's going to box Wilder. And to me, that's the best way you can beat Wilder, is to box him. If he comes around that 255 range, close to 260, a little over 260-ish, he's going to implement that game plan that he used after he got knocked down with Cunningham. He's going to put his weight on him. He's going to try to wear him down, tire him out, and then get him out of there in the late rounds when he feels that Wilder is tired. Now, the problem with that game plan, if you ask me, is Wilder has a fucking chin. People underestimate some of the attributes that Wilder just naturally has. Wilder can take a fucking punch, man. Wilder can take a fucking punch. Some of the biggest punches we've seen Wilder take, we have yet to see the bottom of Wilder's feet. We can't say that about Fury. Let's not forget, we've seen the bottom of Fury's feet. Everybody talks about that 12th round knockdown, but not the 9th round knockdown. I think it was on the 9th round, at least. We've seen the bottom of Fury's feet against this man twice. So he's going to be cautious at all times. And he has to be cautious at all times because he knows one punch. Wilder says it himself. He only needs 1 second. He needs to be perfect for 1 second and it's game over. And that still is in effect for this fight. Now, like I said, if he tries that Cunningham game plan, that's a dangerous game to play. And I think that Fury's kind of underestimating the strength of Deontay Wilder. This is not going to be a 211, 212. I forget how much it was, but it was somewhere in the 2 teens that Wilder weighed in that first fight. Wilder's in the 220s now. I think he weighed like 225 against Ortiz. Wilder gained about 10 pounds of muscle that fight. So he's gotten stronger since their first fight. And he's gotten smarter, as we've seen in the Ortiz fight. since that fight. So the room for Wilder to improve, he's shown in his last fight that he has improved. And he really didn't throw the volume of punches that we're accustomed Deontay Wilder from throwing, because he's gotten smarter. And we forget, like, Wilder's pretty accurate with his punches. When he does throw punches, he's pretty accurate. This fight can go in so many ways, and I hear a lot of people saying that Wilder can't fight off the back foot when I've seen him fight off the back foot. In fact, he broke Arthur Spilker's neck on the back foot, if you remember that knockout. He knocked out Ortiz his last fight with both feet planted. He knocked out Brazil moving forward. So it doesn't matter whether this man is on his back foot, he's planted, or on his front foot. He can knock you clean the fuck out. This is a dangerous fight at any given moment for Tyson Fury. He has to be aware of what he's doing for every second. He cannot lose focus this fight or it's game over. All he needs to do is keep a safe distance. Watch Wilder's feet, because usually when Wilder's going off his front foot, he will move that right foot forward. You've seen it several times. He noticed it in the first fight. Every time Wilder would step forward, he would automatically duck because he knew that right hand was coming. Those two knockdowns came from punches he couldn't see. That being said, do we really know the game plan that Deontay Wilder is coming with? We're not going to see the same Deontay Wilder this fight. We're not going to see the same Deontay Wilder we've seen in the first fight. But the way this fight plays out, like I said, depends on what Fury's game plan is. And we are going to determine that by how much Fury weighs in this fight. So tomorrow at the weigh-in, remember what I said. Because 9 out of 10 times, depending on how much he weighs, is going to be the game plan that he implements. Like I said, if I were Fury, I would stick to boxing Deontay Wilder. If not, if he goes with the latter game plan that I said, we might see 5th, 6th round knockout win for Deontay Wilder. Am I making a prediction right now? No. To me, it's still a 50-50 fight. It can go either way. It's a dangerous fight. Y'all enjoy it.